Hi, how are you doing today? Your everyone is doing well. So, welcome to a new video on your channel, Globe Defense Insights. Today's information will be about China's subsea fighters launch air-to-air missiles from Stratospher in net combat exercises. So, there's a footage recently released by Chinese state media has provided a right look at the People's Liberation Army Air Force's most capable fighter type. The G-20 conducting an air-to-air missile launch during a training exercise. The footage shows a G-20 releasing a PL-10 short-range infrared guided air-to-air missile. So while flying at high altitude before the missile successfully intercepts its target, such footage remains uncommon, as China has traditionally released only limited imagery of the operational employment of its premier combat aircraft. The G-20 was the first fifth-generation fighter type developed outside the United States to enter service and is widely considered the world's most capable fighter in terms of air-to-air combat potential. Here you see the G-20 with PL-10 missiles in firing position. So, G-20 fighters were shown participating in an offensive air combat exercise engaging aerial targets as part of beyond visual range and within visual range combat training, commenting on the significance of the exercise. A G-20 pilot observed, "We must resolutely shatter any illusions held by those who seek to provoke trouble and stir up unrest. Advanced fighter jets alone are not enough. We must also possess the heroic spirit to overpower the enemy and fear no formidable foe, so that we can safeguard the security of our motherland's airspace," he added. His statement was made at a time of rising tensions as the Western Bloc states, led by the United States, prioritize Northeast Asia for deployment of their own fifth-generation fighters, namely F-35s. As the US plans to bring a next-generation stealth bomber, the B-21, into service in 2027, primarily for Pacific operations. See G-20 pilot during air-to-air combat exercise. So the footage also highlights one of the principal design characteristics of the G-20, and like the F-35, which places a greater emphasis on meteorological strike missions. The G-20 was developed primarily as a long-range air superiority platform optimized for counter-air operations. Its large internal fuel capacity, advanced sensors, very low observable airframe, and long-range missile armament allow it to engage hostile aircraft at considerable distances while maintaining low observability. The latest G-20A variant has double the range and 193% as much thrust as the F-35 while integrating a much larger, more powerful radar and having a superior flight performance in almost all aspects, including more than twice our cruising speed. You see first open source image of G20 flying PL-10 missile. So the PL-10 missile featured in the footage serves as China's standard high agility infrared guided air-to-air missile for close-range engagement, and is considered a close contender for the title of most capable missile of its kind in service worldwide. It makes use of thrust vector controls and gimballed imaging infrared seeker to facilitate high off-board sight targeting and angles exceeding 90 degrees. The missile's distinct advantages have been widely acknowledged by Western sources, with the British Royal United Services Institute observing that the missile had a superior kinematic performance to the American AIM-9X Sidewinder. Here, G20A with WS-15 engines. So, Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force's G20 fleet is estimated to have exceeded 500 fighters compared to approximately 430 to 450 of F-35A fighters in the United States Air Force, where deliveries of the G20 have surged, however, and are estimated at 100 to 120 fighters per year. Deliveries of F-35A fighters have fallen to just 24 to 40 per year. No other air force has procured a fighter in such large numbers since the end of the Cold War, which is all the more outstanding considering the G20 high-cost heavyweight twin-engine design. The integration of twin WS-15 engines, which has revolutionized the fighter type's combat potential, is considered a primary factor in the decision to significantly expand production. The expected entry of the Chinese sixth-generation fighters into service in the early 2030s, close to a decade before the rest of the world, is likely to lead to a reduction in G20 production numbers. So with this, I am arrived to the end of this video about the Chinese top secret fighters exercises, okay, or simulation. And I hope that you liked the news, okay, and get new information about actuality, okay. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed, so please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so like this to be notified by any new video dropped in the channel. Okay, and see you next time. Till this, don't forget to like and share with your friends. Thank you for watching me.